What's up? It's your girl Hasina.
Hey, it is Dr. Lanisha.
And it's your homegirl, Dr. Love. What's up?
Look,
Welcome to
y'all.
Three the Hard Way, where the truth is unfiltered and the conversations are very real.
Hey, you back with your favorite ladies. Y'all know it by now. We're talking honestly about the wild, wonderful, and sometimes messy world of life and relationships.
Now, listen, this is a place for authenticity, for keeping it a buck, for speaking your truth. We want people to feel seen. We want you to feel heard. So we all gonna come here being ourselves.
Period.
It doesn't really matter, guys, what your relationship status is. Single, married, is complicated. You flirting around in the dating pool. It will be some gems dropped in this podcast for you.
For sure. And look, y'all. Look, I brought my glass of wine. Y'all ain't seen me on here with a glass of wine. So we about to laugh.
That's what I
We
need
about to
right now.
talk some smack. We will reflect, but you will definitely leave this podcast with some actionable steps to live the life of your dreams.
Yes, yes,
That
yes. We are
part.
here to do the hard work and the heart work together. So y'all ready to go? Cause we late as hell.
Let's get into it. Let's get into it. And speaking of
Sorry, y'all.
ladies, listen,
Sorry.
look, y'all said y'all want it real. Y'all said y'all want it raw, and this is what we are gonna bring y'all. Life is going to life, okay? Sometimes we gonna start on time, sometimes we ain't. But we appreciate y'all for showing up, okay?
Yes, we're
We
gonna
appreciate y'all for
Listen, I
showing
had to thug
up.
it out. Shit, it is what it is. Sometimes you just gotta take what you can get.
we're
We
here.
here though. We here. We showed up and we appreciate y'all showing up too. So let's get into glows and grows. Or grows and glows. My segment, and
Yes.
I don't even know. Anywho, listen, let me tell y'all something. A glow of mine this week. Y'all know I'm always gonna try to lighten the mood and bring the funnies, okay? But my glow of the week is that I had a much needed and very courageous conversation this week. Okay. And so I am
Okay.
very, very proud of that glow. Now let me get to the grows, y'all. Okay.
Let's do it.
So
Let's do it.
anybody that has known me for any amount of time knows that I know how to cook, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Baby, but let me tell y'all
Taught
why
me
my
some things.
huh?
Taught me some things.
Listen, but let me tell y'all why my macaroni and cheese turned out dry yesterday.
Oh, damn.
It was good, but it was dry. I was like, oh.
I don't know if
So
it was good if it was dry.
no,
You
it
say
was good.
those can exist. You say
It
those two cannot
they
exist.
maybe they definitely can exist. I'll tell you this. It wasn't a yuck. It wasn't that. So
Oh
I'm done.
my god.
it
I'm
was a
done.
Dr.
little
Niche
dry
said two things can be true at once.
and can. So listen. My grow is I gotta get in that kitchen and start rattling some of these pots and pans a little more.
Woo!
Okay?
Rattle them around.
So that's my
Rattle them
grow.
around.
What about y'all?
I appreciate your authenticity because people be judging, you know what I'm saying, around this holiday season about your dishes. So I appreciate that. It's like, hey, play us fuck up too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And I don't give not now bit of a F. If anybody
Nor
judge
should
me,
you.
I judge myself. So I put it out there. Can't nobody tell nothing about me. Well, they might be able to tell a few things. But when it comes to the
Oh my
cooking, I'ma
god, I
tell on
love it.
myself.
You should.
What about y'all?
I'll take it next. So let's see. This week for me, it's been a rough one, but I
No.
got no complaints. I definitely have to say my glow is I had a time celebrating my birthday. No
Woohoo!
complaints there. Chicago, living it up. doing it big. And then my grow is definitely just being able to sit still with those older family members, those grandmothers, those great grandmothers, and just really taking the time to soak up that wisdom. And when you kind of just factor in the fact that those moments are going to be less and less, if we being real, you really got to slow down that kick it to just sit with that wisdom. And I struggle, but you know what? I found some time, I made some time, and I gotta say, life is short, y'all, and this thing goes by so fast. So if you got some family, some older family members, don't leave them out. Don't forget them. Sit with them. Spend time with them, because they can't run the streets with you. They can't move as fast as you. So for me, this week, that was my grows and my glows. I kicked it. I tore the city up, but I also made time to sit with those older family members and soak up some of that wisdom.
Definitely, as you should. Listen, baby. We gotta learn from the elders. Okay, we got to learn
Yeah,
from them.
yeah, for sure.
Well, I guess I can still yo grow a little bit or yo glow if I could piggyback because my mama here visiting in town, and I don't know if y'all have experienced the sandwich, but it's when you taking care of children and you taking care of parents.
Oh, no, yes, that's real.
And so I'm soaking up wisdom. I'm, doing dinner dates. I mean, we just left Maple and Ash, and I said, y'all better drink every bit of water, every bit of that cocktail, eat every piece of bread, And so, but for real, my glow is my mom is in town, and so I have some family here, and we're just kind of celebrating and enjoying each other. She's enjoying her grandchildren. Um, and my grow is, I'm gonna stop offering dinner dates to everybody because I didn't realize that I'm like the default payer now. I'm the default.
Yeah.
I be thinking I'm still a kid. No. So that's my grow. Next time I'm coming here alone. Like I'm coming alone. And y'all can eat them things in the leftovers because it's
You
still
know what I'm
plenty.
saying?
Oh,
Listen, come on. Shout out to the glows and the glows, okay? Whew. All right, y'all. We got to get into shout outs. We definitely got to give some shout outs. Now,
okay.
I didn't get anything in a DM, but I did want to shout us out again. So if y'all get tired of hearing us shout ourselves out, then y'all need to give us something else to shout out, okay? Give us something else to shout out. So I want to shout out us. Snoop Dogg and Niecy Nash said, I want to thank me, okay? So we thanking us.
I'm going to thank you for everything I do.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard out here, okay? It's hard out here. I
second that.
I'm gonna shout out if my head is down this whole time. That's because I'm messaging like heck of potential guests. So shout out to these guests who trying to come on, but they scared, and I'm trying to just let them know like it's all good. Just come on and talk to us. So that's why I'm looking down this whole time. I'm messaging y'all. Just come on, everybody. I didn't send the link. Amber, if you watching, you got the link. Mike Smoke coming on. I mean, Omega.
Expectations have been given.
Bring y'all to us so I can stop trying to message y'all back and forth right now, okay?
Listen, you know what? If it's okay with y'all, I just say we drop the interview link in the chat, pin it, and if y'all want to come on, come on. Cause what we ain't gonna do is be trying to beg y'all to come on, okay? Now, we got some nerve. Yes, we were late, but y'all know y'all gonna have us for at least an hour. So we here. Okay.
Yeah. It's gonna be good tonight. I feel like my homies that missed tonight, I'm gonna just be sending this out because it's about to get juicy. Okay.
It-
It's definitely about to get juicy. Okay. Anytime you talk about the topic of intimacy, it's getting juicy. Okay. All right. That's all I'm gonna say. It is going to get juicy. So while you are texting, Jesus, I can't even talk today. While
And
you
it's
are
okay.
texting uh the folks to bring them on, I am going to go ahead unless y'all have anything that y'all want to say. But I say we go ahead and get into the conversation because when we talk about these type of topics, it tends to bring the folks out, so they'll come around. They will
You do.
definitely come around. Um, so I definitely want to say when it comes to the topic of intimacy, a lot of us think we go straight to sex. And I know that intimacy is much bigger than that. A couple of things that I know it's about feeling seen, feeling heard, emotionally, feeling safe to say the hard things and have the hard conversations, letting people close after you've been disappointed or someone else has disappointed you. Definitely will not leave out sex, the sexual intimacy. And honestly, I really feel like intimacy is that closeness, that relationship, that connection that you create with someone, that you can be honest and transparent around. And just, that authenticity, right? Waking up
Mhm.
with your gray hair showing or a beard. I don't, you never know what it is. Or maybe it's just me.
No, Dr. Nisha, I agree with that. I feel like it's somebody that you don't have to hide parts of yourself from.
Yeah,
That's
that's
true
cute.
intimacy when you
Mm-hmm.
can be exactly who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And in this world that we live in today, those representatives get sent out, and a lot of the relationship is spent trying to uphold that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
something else that I feel like is important to highlight that you said is honesty and transparency, because those two things are not the same.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
They are not the same. So I feel like intimacy requires transparency.
Yep. Yep. Intimacy definitely requires transparency. And you are so right. They not the same, honey. Honesty says I was at the Cheesecake Factory. Transparency says I was at the Cheesecake Factory and I was with such and such. Now that's
Exactly.
some transparency for your ass. All right.
Exactly.
Mhm. Okay, I mean, I feel like if I could add to that, I feel like um I I need to feel something when I'm around you. And now this is gonna sound weird. Have y'all ever walked past somebody and you felt something that was like, I would eat them alive right now? You ever felt like, and maybe with your significant others, like when you
Mm-hmm.
first met them, you felt an energy, like it's like I need to feel your energy, if that makes sense. And
It's
if
like,
I
Dr. Love, it's like a
told you my
magnet, like those
here, y'all,
energies.
all through the walls. Go ahead. Hey, why do I hear her more than myself? I'm sorry, I just had to push the door up.
I ain't heard nothing, boo.
I didn't
Good.
either. I didn't hear
I couldn't even
nothing.
concentrate. That's why I was stuck on the feeling. Yeah, when you feel something, I hear Granny in the other room. This anyway.
Lay off my mama, okay? Lay off her.
Go ahead,
She
huh?
having a good time, girl. She's enjoying herself.
Okay. Ain't no intimacy going on while Granny here. But the feeling, I need to feel something. I need to feel like I know that no matter what, you can catch me. You gonna have my back. Like you find me attractive. Like I need to feel something in the energy. And
Mhm.
if you tell me you love me, if you tell me I want to give you the world and we communicate and do all those things, but I don't feel something with that,
Mhm.
I don't want it. Does that make sense? I don't know. I believe in energy. I believe in like the dang on not the eclipse, but the retrograde, the Mercury retrograde. I believe in that stuff. You know, I feel like the universe be doing stuff. I need the universe to bring me to you. I need the universe to bring you to me.
Yeah.
I think
Anyway,
that's real. I think that's very real. You can definitely, I don't know, I'll use this example. It's like some people believe in love at first sight, some people don't. I'm one of those people that do believe in
Mhm.
it. I believe
mhm.
in it because exactly what you just said. Like you can literally walk by somebody and it feels like two magnets pulling towards each other. You don't even say a word. You don't even have to say a word. You can just feel it. And then it's like that look back, that gaze, and you just have to know more. You have to find out more.
That's what I'm
Mhm.
talking about. Didn't Cardi say magnet on her new album? Face baby, I can find magic baby. That's the whole thing. Like a magnet, baby. Yes. Love it when you smack
I
it, baby.
believe
I'm
it.
sorry.
I am
Yeah,
a
Yeah,
believer.
let's go.
I want the magnet.
Okay, okay. I don't know if I believe in love at first sight. I do believe in curiosity at first sight. Um, because I feel like there's this attraction, there's this pull. Hearing you ladies talk about the magnetism. But love at first sight, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that. That's just me.
What if you don't know it yet? What if you feel something
Hmm.
and then it develops into love, but you felt it upon first encounter? Because that's you love at first sight.
I think it could be an attraction or magnetism at first sight, for sure, for sure. Because if it develops into love, then it wasn't love in the beginning. It developed into that. It came into that, but it's something there that's just like we need to be a part of each other's world. We need to stay connected in some type of way. That's
Yeah.
that's what I believe. Um, because I feel like if it's love at first sight, you gonna know. No, this what I feel right here. This is love. You'll
Mhm.
know, and maybe it's
Yeah.
because I haven't experienced it yet, which informs a lot of the decisions that I make or the experiences that I have. But you never know. It could be.
I mean, sometimes it's just lust wrapped in lies. You don't know. But like you
What
said, maybe it's curiosity. You gotta find out. I don't know. For me, I once I get locked in on some, I don't know. It's happened to me a couple of times. So I believe in it.
Yeah.
I just believe it.
I don't want the lust wrapped in lies. That's crazy. I don't want that. But
Sometimes it's hard to tell. Sometimes it's hard to
you're
tell at
right.
first. I don't
You're
know.
right. You're right. But we we planned on not to pivot, but we planned on talking about intimacy, and I had in my mind like how do you maintain it? What does it mean? But then like when you're in a relationship and the warm and fuzzies have worn off.
Hmm.
And we no longer, that first sight attraction magnet. We barely peanut butter and jelly. We just like we love each other, but now life then got the life in. We paying bills, we taking care of families, we working jobs, we changing tires, we cooking dinners, and then
Or
like
we
where
not cooking dinner.
the true or we cooking ground dinner, it's fine. At least you tried. But then like where does intimacy land? You know what I'm saying? Like once the warm and fuzzies, and that's my thing. I don't want to jump right into sex. I mean, I want to, but I don't want to do it for y'all. But I feel like that's like, for me, that's been the one of the biggest challenges when it comes to sustaining intimacy. If we can talk, if we could pillow talk and we could cuddle and spend time, that's amazing. We can share our emotions and I can have empathy for you and all those things. But if you don't keep that trap house jumping, I'm gonna have a problem. No matter how good we conversate. Is that horrible? Where did Hasina didn't I didn't made her leave, y'all. What happened? Hasina didn't jumped out the room.
She'll be back. She'll be
Glory to God.
back.
I mean, but I feel like some people might feel the same way about communication. We could have good, intercourse. We could, share secrets. But if you don't talk to me, I can't connect with you. I feel like everybody got their deal breaker as it relates to like how you trying to hop back on, boo. Okay. How we gonna keep this fire going and not just from one angle. But I feel like some angles may outweigh others, depending on who you are, if that makes
Right.
sense.
It definitely
Facts.
makes sense. We all have our things that we're like, no, I can't deal with this. Some of us call them non-negotiables, others call them deal breakers. But depending on,
Yeah.
like you said, Dr. Love, who you are, there is going to be like things you're like, yeah, no, I need you to do more of this versus this. Y'all know I'm big on communication. So yeah, we could be doing all of the things, but if we're not communicating, I know it's going to be a problem for me.
Mhm.
It's going to be
Mhm.
a problem.
But what about when you communicate and it don't land? Because I get that a lot. Like, I'm telling you, but it's not sticking, the words that I'm saying. Like, sometimes you have to figure out what level to communicate with your partner on, because we not all operating on the same frequency. Sometimes you have to bring that shit down to like kindergarten level. Not even to be funny. Like, if you express to your partner, we can even take it to the love languages to make it very simple, because I feel like that's one of those things that simplifies how to stay connected to your partner. If it's not landing, and I'm telling you, my love language is acts of service, and you just keep hovering over me, touching me, and everything for you is physical, you're not going to achieve level of intimacy that you're after.
When you
You
talk
have to
about
love somebody that they need to be loved, not the way that you want to love them.
now that I agree with. Where's the hold on? I gotta where the fwin sound at? Because
I'm done. I did it for you. I did it for
I
you.
agree though. But here's something that I like to offer though. People often say, well, I've said this and this person just didn't understand, or they not understanding what I'm saying. We have to check what we deem understanding to be, right? Because a lot of us say things and we want people to get exactly what we're saying in the way that we're saying in that moment. And sometimes, like you said, Hasina, it might not land in the way that we want it to land. So when it doesn't do that, then we're in situations where, like, I told you, you just not listening, or I feel like you just don't understand what I'm saying. And maybe they don't in that way, but that's where where the work comes in particular relationships. The work comes in and you're like, okay, so you're not, no, that's not what I'm saying, or you're not understanding what I'm saying. I don't believe that you're understanding what I'm saying, so let me say it another way. Or for the educators will understand, you might have to tell folks, or even the parents, now repeat back to me what you heard me say.
And sometimes you have to take them by the hand. Like, let's just be for real. If I'm gonna stick with acts of service because that's mine, if it's not landing with you, then I'm gonna take you by the hand and say, okay, come in the kitchen with me. You see these dishes piled up in the sink, and then you see how if I open the dishwasher, it's full. What I need for you to do is when I come home, for this to already be handled. Like sometimes you gotta take it there. You see how the trash is just about to the brim? I'm gonna need to not let that happen. Things like that. Like sometimes you just gotta listen. Take it back to preschool. I don't know. And that's not even a knock to the guy because sometimes shit don't land with us.
True. True.
Just saying. Sometimes it don't land with us, and you gotta tell it to me a different way. But Dr. Nisha, I think you always right on trend. You gotta communicate. So if when I said it to you like this, it didn't land, don't keep saying the same shit the same way over and over.
Big facts. Big facts. Y'all, we got a guess. We
Ooh,
got a guess.
I got a question before I get. Oh, we do have a guess. I just had a quick.
Hello. Hello. Now I didn't want to have you in the back. Come on now. Salute. I didn't want to have you in the waiting room too long, but we were in like mid conversation. So
finish up.
All right.
No, you good. I just had a quick question because I see you talking about dishes and garbage and your love language being acts of service. And I'm just curious. So are we saying that if those things aren't done, it impacts intimacy? Because I feel like that's separate. I feel like
no, for me, it does. Absolutely. Because Dr. Love, if I get off work now and I gotta come and do that, my battery already low. 50-60% of my battery went into them 8, 9, 10 hours at work. So when I come home, if I can now decompress and recover, have my me time, you might come in the bedroom and I got on some sexy shit and I'm waiting for you. But if I gotta go in the kitchen now and take the fucking garbage out, clear the dishwasher, clear the sink, bro, I don't want to. I don't want to. Cause now I'm down to 10%.
Okay. So are we saying that intimacy is like the physical or sexual? Because that's where it sounds like it's going. And we said that intimacy is like the connection that we have.
I agree with that, but it's both.
Okay.
I just wonder, could the other way around work? What if you get home and you still put that sexy stuff on? Maybe he want to do them dishes and them garbage and mop them goddamn floors afterwards. I don't know.
I think that's a perfect spot for our guest to jump in.
Hello, sir.
Tell us who
you are, and thank you for coming on.
Yeah, so Doc got me on here. I don't even know what I'm walking into, but this is my people.
Well, let me, before you start, I just want to give a little introduction, if I could say it right. I had one drink, that's all. But Mr. Mike Smoke is a relationship coach. He does consulting. So make sure you drop your information before you leave. He's actually helping people, in and out of relationships. He also has a book on Amazon that I meant to pull up. Tell us about all that before you leave. I was gonna try to but he out here with the business on the relationships. Okay.
So come on, because we taking notes. Where my pen at? I'm gonna have to go back and watch the replay.
So what were y'all talking about before I joined? What intimacy is, or the lens?
All the above. We're talking about intimacy. We kind of kicked off with what it is, how we view what intimacy is. But then the question is, how do you sustain it over time? That's kind of where we were, pivoting to. Like, once you in and all the warm and fuzzies then worn off, like, how do you keep it going? And what does that look like?
I think that's the work part. That's the part people don't want. That ain't the sexy part, like she was saying, coming home from a day of work and then having to do the dishes and take the trash out. And then now you want to get nasty after all that. Like that's the human part. So I think though, I was watching something the other day, couples therapy on Paramount. I just love that. Have y'all ever seen that?
No, I haven't.
everything.
Yeah, they just do live couples sessions with a PA with a therapist, but you get to
Mhm.
see different dynamics. And one of the things she said, she was dealing with one of the couples, and they were about to break up, and they were asking her, "Do you think we look like one of those couples who are going to break up?" And she said, essentially, you really have to want this relationship to work. Like
Yeah.
you really have, there's nothing magical about it. You're gonna have to choose them every day, will yourself when you don't feel like it.
Yep.
That's grown people shit. So I don't know if everybody ready for that, ready for the actual maintenance.
Nope.
I
Nope.
agree. I don't think that they are. I
I
think a
agree.
lot of people were told that it's beneficial to either be in a relationship or because we did part 1 and 2 of Marriage Material to be married.
Right.
Um, but when it comes to the work of staying married or staying in the relationship or
Yeah.
being in a situation where you moments where you might have to put your partner or spouse before you in some
Yeah.
instances, not all the time,
Mm-hmm. Right.
then we're not taught how to do that, and some of us don't even want to do that. We love the idea of being with someone or connected to
Right.
someone, but not the
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
what it actually really takes day in and day out to wake up and choose that person.
Facts.
Mm. Hasina said something that I'm gonna be honest. It rings. She mentioned lust and lies, right? We were talking about love at first sight, and Dr. Nisha was like, I don't really believe in love at first sight. And Hasina said, well, it may not be love at first sight. It could be lust and lies. And I'm like, God damn, I don't want that. But the more I think about it, I feel like when it comes to that sustainability, that
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
long-term commitment, I feel like if I knew who you were from the beginning, I know what I'm signing up for. But if in the
Right.
beginning you thought your representative, you hella ambitious, you hella tidy, you a rock star in the bedroom, your ass go 3 rounds. You always got money. You want to, hang out. You want to do all. If that's the beginning, and then 5 years later you a couch potato, like that's not fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What am I supposed
Yeah.
to do? Because now you switching it up on me. That's not who I committed to.
Mm. That's it.
I
Yeah.
think men,
Three.
this is my opinion. I think men are more prone to the representative being presented than women. I feel
I can
that
see that.
women
Ooh.
show up as their true, authentic selves, and men have something to prove.
Mm.
And so we get the
I
representative.
Yeah, I could agree with a lot of that because, especially in today's dating,
Speak on
where
it. Speak on it.
it's all about show, what you got, how much you make, what's the lifestyle, and so you almost have to, in order to compete, you have to
Yes.
show yourself whether you actually have it or not in certain spaces,
Mm-hmm.
right? And those spaces aren't really going to sustain a relationship anyway. But I think to a certain degree, uh, I think women's is different though. I think they still have that dynamic. Y'all may not. Wait, hold on. Y'all got respectfully fake everything before y'all go out. So we talk about putting on masks. Y'all got to, you know what I'm saying? And then sometimes we get y'all home and it's a whole different person
Oh,
physically,
I'm done.
emotionally. Like
Listen, he ain't told not
I'm
one
just
lie.
saying, I think it's both ways. I definitely think men posture
That's
to,
true.
but then women too. I
We
think it's a
do.
human thing for real, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for me,
Mm.
I have to validate what you said because a woman will get dialed up real quick, and
And
there
we love
are
that.
oftentimes a lot of additions. But I'm talking about character
Yes.
wise. Character wise, men are doing a lot of posturing,
Okay, I
driving a
agree.
car that you
They
borrowed,
renting. Right,
Woo.
right. Yeah.
living with someone. So all the dates are outside, and you think this man just loves to court you, but really he can't take you back
Oof.
home because it's not his home.
Mm.
Because
Wow.
let's keep it a buck now. The black spray it's in high demand at the barbershop. And I feel like how is
I'm
that different
done.
from the eyelashes?
I'm
It
done.
ain't. It's the same
It
thing.
right,
Look,
right.
I'm not coming for Beijing or 2B. You know what I'm saying?
Trying
I'm
to drop
done.
my phone is
My mo-
so true.
I am
my
done.
mom's a hairdresser, so I know. No, I get it. I just think, I hear a lot of
Mm-mm.
stories from particularly women in my DM because they, reaching out for coaching. And so a lady
Yeah.
reached out to me yesterday. She wasn't even in the US. She'd been married for 20 plus years. And so she was like, I'm dating a guy who is married. Remember, she's married 20 some years.
Okay.
She's dating a guy who's married. They're trying to figure out how to break the news to the wife where they can have a relationship, all three of them. While her husband over here doing his thing, I'm just like, so women, y'all sneaky too. Y'all, it ain't just us.
Let
I
me be
think
Y'all
all
honest.
us
sneakier
out
than us.
here
Let me be honest.
flogging and showing up as our representatives in the beginning.
Mm,
We always put our best foot forward, no matter who we are. And that takes it back to 5 years in, as Dr. Love mentioned. Now you done switched it up. I feel like a part of
mhm.
that is because we're not having the conversations. We're not
Yeah.
expressing what it is that makes us tick. We're not expressing that, like, hey, this has changed. You know, I mentioned earlier that I had a very huge conversation, or courageous conversation, because I realized myself that I was holding stuff in and maybe letting stuff
Mm,
slide, not with my husband, but I was just letting shit slide, things that I was doing or not doing, like making
mm.
that dry ass macaroni. But I digress. Uh I
Well,
digress, okay? Um Amber, we
You
see
did
you.
that on
I'm gonna
purpose?
bring
Oh
you
no, go
in
ahead.
1 second. Say that again, Mike.
I said you made it on purpose, dry, or we can talk
I
about that later. Go ahead.
I
yeah,
did not.
but
Yeah, we'll talk
I,
offline.
I got one thing though. One quick thing. Can I insert one quick thing?
Yeah.
I just feel like if women bring their representative or if they show up not as who they say they are, men got a few more options. Women outnumber men. So if you pick one that ain't doing a thing, you got another couple picks. Whereas I
Mm,
feel like if women find a flodger, I call that flodger, when you act like you got all this going on and you really don't. And
mm,
sometimes it's not about, if a woman's interested in what you have going on, I don't think that's necessarily that she's looking to gain something, but sometimes that's the fruit of your labor. If it's a hardworking woman, she want to know what the hell you've been doing the last 10, 15 years. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have nothing to show for the fruits of your labor, it doesn't have
mhm,
to be, cars and clothes and jewelry. It might be your
Yeah.
investments. It might be, but I feel like anybody that's looking for long term want someone compatible, and if
yeah.
they got their shit together, they want somebody with their shit together. But I still have to say, men got more options. Y'all can go through 4, 5 of them. You a woman, you go through 4, 5. You might as well wait 6 more months for 4, 5 more that got some sense to come around. I feel like you can get a whole lot of bull crap. Trust me. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can
Mhm.
get a whole lot of bull crap. But quality,
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, I feel like it's not as hard for men. Y'all could cipher through. Y'all be
Yeah.
having three
But
nurses, one bitch a judge. What you say? I seen it.
I really wonder if he agrees with that. Is it easier for
Oh,
you guys?
I think I hear it, yes. From what I hear from experience, yes. I think it depends on the guy, right? It's a lot of factors, his swag in general. But pound for pound, I think there may be more options. And I'm in Illinois, so I'm just speaking from Illinois. I think men have an advantage. I do.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah.
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 Well, Mike, I did want to ask you a question, and I did want to have some time for you to tell us all the fabulous things that you are doing out here as
Mhm.
a relationship coach as it pertains to intimacy. What is one of the top things, or maybe even two of the top things that you hear as it pertains to intimacy with the couples or the individuals that you might coach, or, you know, recurring themes that you might coach individuals or
Mm.
couples through?
Yeah, that's a good one. Uh, Off the top, intimacy, I think about intimacy, right? The actual word, being able to look into a person, understand what they're feeling, their thoughts, any fears, any dreams. So we're already, the context is very intimate. It's very
Mm-hmm.
internal, it's very personal. Um, I just think sometimes a lot of couples just misfire, like they are not connecting.
Mm-hmm.
Life, work, another big one that I'm really studying right now is trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Trauma
Mhm.
is look, the imprint of trauma is crazy. And
Mm.
relationships, personally, is so many things related to trauma that helps us break intimacy or break being connected.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a part of it. We don't have the tools. Somebody said that earlier. We don't have the tools to maintain the connection.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you a very personal example. What I'm learning about myself, all the stuff I didn't read and know, when the train gets off the track, when we are off the track somehow, some way, I have a hard time getting that motherfucker back on track. And now it
Mm.
may be ego, it may be ego, it may be pride, but I'm like, okay, what else? So even me, I'm lacking tools to say, okay, how do we, after we didn't had a ism, whatever the ism is, how do we get back on course?
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
like a structured way that we can do this every time, not just guessing and feeling. So I just think we lack the tools sometimes, and we're not brought up in our communities because a lot of us struggle. We're in a struggle kind of environment growing up. We don't have the leisure of reading books sometimes, or we don't have those habits. So we're not really learning tools. So we just kind of winging this motherfucker, and the best
Yeah.
winger wins,
Yeah.
you know?
Yep. I love
Yeah.
that. The best winger wins. Well, tell us about all the fabulous things that you are doing.
Yeah, yeah. So right now I am really pushing my coaching. I'm really enjoying a lot of the just conversations that are started from my Instagram page and TikTok page. I love how people are being very honest and connecting with the different truths, because a lot of the experiences we go through are universal, but we just don't have the guts to say, yo, this is what happened. Yo, I'm more mature than my partner. I've been a
Mm-hmm.
leader longer than they've been a leader. They learned the shit that I learned 30 years ago. How do we, all the nuances, all the shit that really, these are
Yeah.
the conversations that we're having on my pages, and so I'm excited about that. I'm actually going to be working with this bookstore that we're going to be putting on events, and maybe a podcast, like an official podcast is coming. And my book, Emotionally Intelligent Dating, it's on my website, mikespeaks2.com, and that's about it.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Where can the people find you on the socials?
On the social, Mike underscore speaks 2 on Instagram and TikTok. Mike underscore speaks and the number 2.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you
Nice.
so much
Nice.
for coming on and shedding your
Yeah.
insights with us. We truly appreciate you coming on and your support.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you. Thank you.
And think about us when you start your podcast.
Absolutely. 1000%. I got you.
Look, before he goes,
Uh oh.
make sure they know that you available for hosting. We hosted a
Oh,
battle of the
yeah.
sex and we had a
Oh,
good time.
That was fun. That was definitely
Ooh.
fun.
It was live, it was in person, it was real people, and it was real questions, real conversation. So, you
Hey, if
know,
y'all
Yep.
want to run that back, if it's in Chicago, I'll come in the summertime.
run it
Summertime.
back.
Yeah.
we might need to talk about that.
Yeah. I'm with it.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm
I
here
thought you was
for
going
it.
somewhere else. But all right, ladies. Thanks for having me.
Bye,
I
I'm a
Mike.
holla. All right.
Bye.
bye. Bye. I ain't got time. Dang, how we Amber? gained one person and lost another. Where's Hasina?
Oh wow, and it's all in my face. Let me move
And where she?
back.
I
I'm in the
don't know.
bathroom.
Where did Hasina go?
I don't know.
She'll be back, guys. She'll be
celebrate
back.
her birthday, honey. Hasina's party time. Welcome,
Hey,
Amber.
beautiful.
Hey there. It's been a while.
See,
Let me
I
back.
know. It's been a while. You was one of our biggest supporters when we was the brides come off.
I know, and then I found you again from your story, so it works. Posting, we
I
looking.
appreciate
We so happy. We so happy. I was like, Amberlita.
Yes,
it.
that's me.
Here. So we are talking. Hasina gonna come back. We gonna find her. But we are talking about intimacy in relationships, okay? And so people gonna watch this later, right? So I'm gonna let people know you
Look
my
at
little
now what I
sister.
say.
So if I feel weirded out about something she say, it's fine. No, I'm just playing. I mean, but what are your thoughts on, what intimacy is and how to sustain it in a relationship? You got on the red silky, so it looked like something's happening tonight. What's up?
I got on my robe because I seen Hacienda have one. Can y'all hear me well?
Yes.
Yes.
Am I chopping up?
No, you good.
You said yes, I'm chopping up? Okay.
No, you good.
So, this is, this is my older sister. So, when none of my older sisters do, I talk about this stuff. So, yeah, bear with me. I would say one that I was thinking about while tuning in today, when we talked about physical touch, I think that's mine. And not because of anything sensual. This might get kind of dark. I feel like when I tried to process why that was, if somebody didn't really like just touch me randomly throughout the day, I felt weird around them, like we wasn't really connecting. And I think my mom gonna kill me for this, but she put belt to, I don't know if we cuss,
Belt to
ass as a
ass.
kid. So I felt like, okay, we got a lot of physical punishments as a child would get from the 90s, but she wasn't really physically affectionate, and I don't think it was intentional, or she thought anything of it. She was a working single mom or whatnot, so I started to associate touch with punishment, like something bad is gonna happen. So if somebody wanted to hug me, I would kind of be like this. I didn't like people touching me for a long time. So when someone's comfortable touching me, it does not have to be a romantic partner. It could be a friend, anything, like just helping me fix my hair, adjusting my clothes for me, getting me together. I feel you're reassuring that I'm safe with you is how I feel from that. And that can go a long way. So something just as simple as like putting your hand on my shoulder where you have to tell me something. Or if I like almost bagged into something, you put a hand to like stop me from bagging up or something like that. Those little moments where you're comfortable touching me, I start to feel like this security with you. And then with time, I can become more and more like just comfortable being myself and being in your presence and not so like awkward, standoffish, distant.
Okay. No, that's
That's
major. That's serious. I was gonna say, so it's not because your dad is a freak. It
oh my God.
I'm just being silly because our dad
You
is a
know
freak.
what?
But
It's funny because I can tell the difference too if somebody is trying to act like they mean well and you're warming up to be like kind of strange with the touches or whatnot and act like they mean nothing. But I can definitely tell. And usually like things that mean intimacy with me in general, I usually don't even share because I don't want anyone faking it either. Like trying to come off based off what they studied about me. Because I can also tell when somebody's doing that.
so they like, let me make sure I, rub her back and fix her baby hair so she know I really like it. It's like, don't
Some
tell
people
them
will.
and let them not be their representative. No, I mean that's major. Dr. Niche, what you thinking?
Oh, nothing. I'm just listening. I'm just looking at how cute you is, honey. You is just came on here cute.
She was
I ain't
outside.
got no comment, but fine. I mean, no, I'm done. I feel like that is major because some people that I talk to, they have partners that do not touch them. I mean, they got men with bald heads, they not massaging those scalps, they're not hugging, they're not, but the thing is, it didn't start that way, and that's what I was talking about. People like, how do we sustain? Because if physical touch is that important to you, but then somebody starts off that way, 3 years later, they're distant or they're weird, then that's going to impact the relationship. And so I'll share too, like, since we being a little vulnerable, like I can't take being ignored. If you get mad and you don't want to talk to me, like you might as well don't talk to me again. because I feel that way. I feel like if you get that frustrated with a person where you have to stonewall them, I don't associate that with love. I don't think both can exist. I don't think you can stonewall a person but still love them. I feel like that's weird. So we all got our own little idiosyncrasy. She back. We can't hear you, but you back.
I
You
want to
can't hear
piggyback off
me?
that and that too.
I can hear
Can
you.
What
y'all
you
hear me?
said?
I can
Hasina.
hear
Okay.
everybody. I want to piggyback off what you said because let's point out the elephant in the room. If we keeping it real, I have been guilty of doing that to you, as you know. When we didn't have pleasant words as sisters, I just stopped responding for a long time, and I do want to apologize for that. But that's just me learning more about this. Not making excuses. You placed the boundary. You made it known and you communicated well, which you did not like that I did. And because it was uncomfortable for me, I stopped responding. And it's a little weird between us for a couple of years, which I'm aware of. And I will apologize that I didn't communicate that.
You're so sweet. I want we aired out all our laundry today.
I
I'll
don't
be
think it's
honest.
laundry. I think it is that
No,
we're
I love
talking
it.
about the things that happen. And again, going back to something that I'm always saying, a lot of us, it takes courage to communicate that, like, hey, I don't like it when you do this. It also takes courage to say, damn, I know you ain't like that. And I know I still didn't respond. And I want to apologize for that. So that takes courage. And I think it comes
Yes.
into the space of intimacy by way of you all being connected as sisters. So look, I'm over here like,
The way and that space shifted. But yeah, that's the stuff I'm still learning. It's not an excuse, but it's like I like to put in perspective what I did in situations when I felt the connection was becoming distant too, and not always pointing the finger at other people. And I'm not gonna lie, I tried to find a way to blame you, Annette, and I struggled with it because you communicated so well what the issue was, and I couldn't find a way to blame you, so I just got silent. But yes, I think learning about myself and then like not just the impact others have on me, but the impact I can have on others as well kind of goes a long way and explains so much. That sometimes taking
yeah.
accountability, and I think true love and connection is not based on when it's comfortable, when it's like good on good days, when we laugh together, when it's gift exchanges, when we having a good time, but how we problem solve and being able to sit in the tension together and not just walking away when you feel like it inconveniences you or it makes you uncomfortable. Like being able to
Mm,
put yourself in an uncomfortable position
mm,
for another person means so much.
mm.
That's my
Wow.
spiel, y'all.
Well, I appreciate it. I wasn't
That was a
ready.
mic drop moment.
I know. I will say you bring something to light, and we're talking about intimacy and romantic partnerships, but it exceeds that because what in the hell? I seen it and disappeared again. I see it struggling, but I don't know if we, and I think that's a good pivot for us, like upcoming shows, because we also need to talk about some of these other relationships that can become challenging. I'm gonna be honest. We'll talk offline because I'm like, I don't even know what I said. That was such, I don't even know what we talking about. I'll
You
be
left me a
honest,
long
like,
voice note.
dang, I might remember, but I have challenges with. I like to weed through stuff, and Dr. Niche should probably high five you like this bitch crazy, because I will say things that's on my mind, because if I care about you, I don't want to phony kick it, so I will tell you how I feel about something, and sometimes I don't know how well it comes out. Like, and that's something I'm working on, because I'm like, damn, I be trying to be like straight up, but and then I have my own issues. I know we going down a rabbit hole, but my attachment style, like I get nervous if somebody mad at me. I'm like, okay, I guess they don't want to talk to me ever again. Like, that's where my brain shifts to, and it's taken some of these relationships and like these type of conversations for me to realize, like, no, you can resolve shit and still have love and still, so I appreciate you coming on and sharing. We'll talk offline.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Look at that. This is awesome. Yeah. Where can the people find you? We know who you are, but we didn't even give you the opportunity to introduce yourself to our people that be listening to us. So tell us about you and where we can find you, what great and amazing things you have going on.
Yeah. Oh my God. Where do I begin? So I would say,
She said it's so many.
I'm
It's
Amber.
so many. And I
I go
love
by
that.
Amber Leader. Yes. I go by Amber Leader because I do a lot of events, hosting, speaking. So that's just my little name right there, instead of my little proper name, Amber. You can find me online. On IG is the one I'm on the most. I still haven't quite mastered TikTok, so I'm gonna say, yeah, IG is Ambelita, AMBELITA_. And that's where you can
Awesome.
find me.
We
Nice, nice.
definitely appreciate you coming on. You provided such great insight. So thank you, thank you, thank you again.
Yep. And
Thank you for having me.
before she go, I'm gonna put her out there too. She been working with radio stations. She been traveling in
Yeah.
Paris. She just her master's degree. She out here busting.
Yeah, we out here working.
I
Trying to get
found
that
it.
doctor title too. And I get that from my big sister because you were the only person I knew who got higher education so far in the family. And I was just following behind her.
Period.
Oh,
Come on. Brains and beauty running in the
yes.
family and the booty.
Brains, beauty, and booty. Yes.
Well, thank you
Thank
again
you,
for
girl. Thank
coming
you so much.
on.
Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna get out the bathroom though. It's nice chatting with you
Okay.
ladies.
Bye.
Yeah, we
See you.
bye bye. You
Okay,
know
well
what? Sis? That's what we about to. We didn't win overtime anyway. I feel like we could just
we
pick up
definitely
next week.
have. We lost one. Let's go straight to the pull-up challenge and then we'll wrap this up.
We're gonna wrap this up. So this week's pull-up challenge, we always do a challenge that we as the hosts participate in, and we'd like you all, our viewers, to participate in as well. But it's always aligned with the topic. So we're talking about intimacy, and we kind of plunged in a different direction because we also talked about withstanding and sustaining relationships. So drop a DM, email us, throw it in the chat. What is your technique? Like, the challenge is to talk back to us. Talk back to us this week, okay?
Oh.
That's the easy challenge. What is your technique, whether it's in familial, family relationships, romantic partnerships? We want to know, like, what are you doing to keep your relationship sturdy and solid? Is it your communication? Is it giving gifts? Are you praying for folks? But the challenge is, let's explore that. Like, what type of work are we doing to maintain healthy relationships? That makes sense?
Ooh, that's gonna be a good one. That not gonna be. That is a good one. What y'all
Yeah.
doing? Because around this time of year, folks get ready to start planning. They, New Year resolutions. It's the end of the year wrap
That
up and all of these things. But I think this challenge is going to be great to incorporate into that, as it is something that is necessary, and we need to focus on those things. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I am too. I'm looking at myself too, because I'm constantly like, what did I do? Like, how do I do that different, better? Like, we gotta, figure this thing out while we can. So, well,
Yeah, definitely gotta figure it out. Well, we lost one, but we got a great pull-up challenge and we had some amazing guests. So thank
yes.
you for listening to Three the Hard Way. If we
everybody.
sparked a thought, we made you feel seen, or just made you say, aha, or let me think about that. That's something to think about. Then do us a favor. Don't keep this episode to yourself. Share with a friend. Tell them to share with a friend. Share with your family. And tag us on the socials at It's Three the Hard Way.
Three the hard way. So, other than that, Please be our guest. I've been sending out this guest link. Y'all stop being afraid. Stop being scary. Come talk to us. Thank you, Amberlita. Thank you, Mike Smoke, for hopping on. If you all see a topic that you're interested in, hop on here. And like Dr. Niche said, make sure you email us or DM us. We're always interested in having some colorful conversation. Okay?
Well, and with that, y'all, we out.
Yeah.